I'm going to go climb a tree and tell you why I almost quit my white label SaaS review harvest about a year ago when I was making about $10,000 per month. All right, we made it up to the top of this tree, trying to secure the phone. All right, I think we got it. I'm going to try to remain 3 points of contact at all times here to make sure we don't fall out of the tree. But I'm going to tell you about a time about a year ago. I was doing review harvests. I had about probably 70 or 80 clients at the time. I had multiple $10,000 months, and it was kind of continuing to grow. And I had this really scary moment when I thought I was going to have to burn everything down. And I thought that, I was cooked. I thought that reputation management through GoHighLevel was done. I thought that my business was done. I was not excited about it. So basically what happened was the vast majority of my clients were home service business owners who were using Jobber. Jobber, if you don't know, is a CRM that a lot of home service business owners use to do invoicing and quoting and routing and all that stuff, right? And so what Jobber did about early 2024 was they released their reviews feature. And I said, dang it, I've got most of my clients use Jobber. Most of them are probably going to keep everything in-house and just use Jobber. And, Jobber was charging a little bit more for it, like 30 or 40 bucks, but nowhere near what I was charging. I was charging a lot of these clients anywhere, probably about, on average, about 180, 200 bucks a pop. And so I was like, you know what? I'm donezo. And I was so stressed. And I remember being at a coffee shop seeing when Jobber launched it. And I was just verge of breakdown, man. I mean, just kind of started spiraling, and you get to that point where you're like, geez, like this is awful. This is something that's out of my control. And it seems like it's a better solution, right? Seems like it's going to be a no-brainer. I'm going to have people leave me. And my wife, being the wise individual that she is, was just like, hey, just sit on it. Just don't do anything. Just keep doing review harvest. Don't change the thing you're doing. Just sit and just see what happens. And so instead of trying to get in front of it and reach out to all my clients about, hey, here's why we're better or anything like that, which I'm sure that would have been fine, I just didn't do anything. And I just kept plucking along, kept selling Google reviews to local business owners, and didn't really change a thing. And you know what happened? First couple days, I'm like, nobody said anything, but it's coming, right? It's coming. A week later, I'm like, well, still nobody said something, but like, it's coming. We're about to get the great cancellation here. We're about to get everybody leaving us. This is gonna suck. And then 2 weeks goes by, and then 3 weeks, and nothing happened. Ever. A year later. I've never had a single one of my clients say, hey, I'm leaving you to go use Jobber reviews. And I want to touch on that a little bit. I want to say, like, why? Why would that happen? It seems like they're already using Jobber for everything else. Why wouldn't they go ahead and use them for the reviews function? And here's a couple of reasons why. I think. I could be totally wrong. Maybe I'm just throwing stuff at the wall here. Number one, what we do is at Review Harvest is objectively better than Jobber reviews. So we send personalized images, we respond to the reviews for them automatically, we repurpose the reviews, we turn the reviews into social media content, we give them review widgets, we follow up people that haven't left a review. What we do simply, from when I've talked to other people that are coming from Jobber reviews, what we do simply just gets better results. So that's number one. People will always pay for better, especially rich people. People that have money, they always want better. They want the best thing, product or best service on the market. There will always be a place for you, even if it might make it seem like it makes more sense to go somewhere else, right? The second reason why, and I think what's really differentiating me as I've grown to like 175 active customers, it's just that personal connection they have with me, right? Right now, when you sign up with Review Harvest or if you're white labeling GoHighLevel, they're probably not just signing up on their own and getting set up and never talking to a person, right? They're probably talking to you, communicating to you, and you're building some sort of relationship. And I don't think we can underestimate how valuable that is as compared to just these software companies. They're just like, yep, click this button, get set up. You don't know any of us. There's no personal connection there. And obviously there are benefits to being the purebred software. You can serve so many more people, etc. But if you're just trying to change your life with $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 per month and recurring, pretty much automated, semi-passive revenue, then you have an amazing advantage selling with GoHighLevel because you can build that personal relationship with them. And the third reason being, well, people don't like change. People don't want to change stuff, right? Especially when we get everything set up, integrated in their systems, we have their photos. They're like, oh, we've already got this all set up. Maybe we have a review widgets embedded on their site. I already have this all set up and I want to change stuff. People don't want to change stuff, right? And so them paying 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 bucks a month right now for them, apparently it's not worth it, right? They'd rather just keep paying what they're paying right now to make sure they're getting the results they're getting right now. And so if you're getting people better results and you already have a foot in the door service with them, they know, like, and trust you, they have a relationship with you, and they're consistently getting reviews, they're going to stay. So that kind of leads me into the second part of this video where I want to talk about CRMs, CRM integrations. One of the most popular comments that I get on my YouTube videos and in my community is like, hey, people already have this feature in their CRM. People already have this feature in Housecall Pro or Jobber, and people say they're already paying for this. When I'm on a call with the client and they're telling me, oh yeah, I use Housecall Pro, we're already sending out a text to request reviews. A couple of things comes to mind. Number one, they know they're already paying for this, they're already using something, but they still decided to hop on this call and talk about getting more Google reviews. So it must not be working that well. There must be something that they're interested in. There must be some sort of deficit that they're looking to fill. The second thing, which is super easy, go to their Google business profile, see how many reviews they're getting. If you see they've only gotten 1 or 2 reviews in the last couple of months, then you're like, yeah, it's not working, is it? I'm guessing you served more than 2 people in the last 3 months. Like, it looks like you need a better solution. And so a lot of these CRMs and other massive software companies are focused on adding as many features as possible, but they're not focused on making the review function just as perfect as it can be, right? That's all our job. All our job is just to help them get Google reviews, right? So when it comes to just helping them get Google reviews, we can spend all of our time and energy and focus making sure that that's working, period. Whereas these massive companies and big CRM platforms have hundreds of features they're worried about. And so even if they have unlimited capital to throw out one issue, they're probably not, because there's a good chance it's not the feature or the thing that's going to get them the highest return on capital at the moment. And that's how just staying focused on reviews can help us differentiate ourselves and sell ourselves as better than just paying for the same thing twice like they already have in their CRM. The other good news, in my experience with most of my clients, I can integrate pretty easily with about 95% of systems in these CRMs. So as these CRMs and these platforms become more popular and they spend millions of dollars on advertising and marketing to get more business owners through the door, because there's still a lot of business owners that don't use anything, right? They don't have any digital records. There's no way to integrate because they're not writing stuff down. They're not keeping a record in a software. And so the good news is as these companies grow and as the vast majority of them still have an open API or allow for integrations, this is just making the market bigger and bigger. Our total addressable market of people that we can serve well that are already using a booking system or a CRM system or whatever, it's just making it bigger and bigger. And so it's actually a good thing that these companies are growing, and it's fine that they're adding their own review functions. I mean, in an ideal world, all of these softwares would say, hey, we're not doing the review thing, and they'd still remain, keep their open API and make integrations easy, and they would just grow. But they're, naturally, some of them are going to have a review feature. And also, there are some founders of software companies I've talked to that have been very intentional about the fact that, hey, we're not doing marketing stuff. We are not a marketing software. We are focused on, running their business, their operations, their invoicing, their schedules, stuff like that. And so they're more than happy to send people our way to these review softwares that major in that for them, which would be just a minor thing. And a lot of the review softwares that have grown so much, I mean, they just get, kind of a constant steady flow of attention from these big CRM platforms just being integrated in their app marketplace. And so there's plenty of deals to be had out there. And you say, hey, we're going to give your users a percentage off. You can give a rev share to the CRM platform. And so there's opportunity there. And yeah, obviously you're not going to go reach out to Jobber and Housecall Pro and the big dogs right away. But the good news is that there's thousands of these little small companies that might only have 300, 400, 500, 1,000 users. And they'd be a lot more open to talking about integration, maybe a rev share or some sort of discount to their users to make it worth it. So yeah, all that to be said, big takeaway from this is that, one, there's so much value in just consistently showing up, not quitting when you get in that stage where you're upset, you're overwhelmed, you feel like it's all going to fall away. Just go to sleep, wake up again tomorrow and do the same thing and just keep doing that. And it's crazy how often things don't change. Because I have a couple instances like this where I'm like, I need to change everything. But I just keep showing up and then things just kind of work itself out. And one thing that I love, I think Ryan Serhant says this. I think he said his brother told us this, that if you're going to quit on your best day. Wait until you have your best day. Wait until you sign your first clients. Wait till you have 3 awesome onboarding calls. Wait till you have a great day of cold calls and book 5 meetings. Then quit on that day. Because if you still want to quit on that day after seeing success, after having a good day, after not having a bad day, then you probably actually do want to quit. But what happens when you have that best day? You're like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. This is possible. We can do it. And then you don't want to quit. So if you are going to quit on your best day, actually make something happen. Don't quit until you have some sort of results or something, and then still see if you want to quit. I really do like to see these CRMs and these other platforms as an opportunity and not a threat. And so I hope this is valuable to somebody. I think for the most part, it's just going to remind you, hey, keep showing up. If you like this more chill story style of videos, let me know and I will make more. See ya.